Okay, so everybody, we are doing 7.4, 7.5, and this is the video worksheet. The first problem is 85% as a fraction in simplest form. This should be a very quick lesson. Okay, so here we're writing 85% as a fraction. We're going to turn it into 85 100ths, which is what percent means. And then we're going to simplify, dividing by 5 on the top and 5 on the bottom. 100 divided by 5 is 20. And 85 divided by 5 is 17. So 85% turns into 17/20ths. The second problem says, write 1.75 as a mixed number and as an improper fraction. Write your answers in simplest form. Mixed number, improper fraction. Okay, so 1.75 already has the whole part and the decimal part. So let's put 1 as the whole part. 0.75 is 3/4 as a fraction. So 1.75 is 1 3/4. So now as an improper fraction, 1 times 4 is 4, 5, 6, 7, or 7/4. Okay, so 0.75 is 3/4. If I divide 3 by 4, I get 0.75. Question 3. The figure below is divided into 100 squares of equal size. What percent of the figure is shaded? So we actually need to count what's going on here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now let's go across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 7 times 8 is 56. So I'm going to write down 56 on my paper. Then we need to take into account these 9 up here. So 56 plus 9 is 65. So 65 out of the 100 blocks are shaded. So if 65 out of the 100 are shaded, then 65%, remember percent means parts out of 100. So if you get the fraction with 100 on the bottom, then you just turn that division by 100 into percent. 65 100ths is 65%. Number 4, write 0.03 as a fraction. Do not try to simplify your answer. Okay, so our job is to take 0.03 and turn it into a fraction. Remember, this is the 10ths place and the 100ths place. So that's going to be 3/100ths. Okay, and 3/100ths is a fraction. And they said, don't try to simplify it. And it wouldn't simplify anyway. 3 does not go into 100 evenly, so it does not simplify. Austin spent $7 on fruit at the grocery store. He spent a total of $50 at the grocery store. What percentage of the total did he spend on fruit? Okay, so $7 out of $50 was the fruit, and we're trying to find the percentage of the fruit. To find a percentage, we need 100 on the bottom. So let's just multiply by 2 and multiply by 2. 7 times 2 is 14. 50 times 2 is 100. So 14 over 100 is 14% of his purchase was fruit. 6. This year, Susan watched 50 movies. She thought that 38 of them were very good. Of the movies she watched, what percentage did she rate as very good? So we're going to take 38 out of 50 and turn it into a percentage. Okay, so again, 38 out of 50. We really want it to be something out of 100 to get a percent. 50 times 2 is 100. 38 times 2 is 76. 76, I believe. 8 times 2 is 16. Yep, 76. So 76 over 100 is 76%. Number 7. An item is regularly priced at $20. It is on sale for 80% off the regular price. What is the sale price? Okay, so the regular price is $20 and it is on sale for 80% off of the regular price. What is the sale price? Okay, now remember that 100% is a whole. So if they're going to give you 80% off of the sale price, that means 20% is all you are paying. The easiest and quickest way to do this problem is to say 20% is what I'm paying times $20. Okay, so 20% is 0.20 times $20. And then when I multiply, I'm going to get 400, but I'm going to have 2 decimal places. So the answer is 4. I'm going to pay $4 out of $20 because I get 80% off, which means I only pay 20%. Number 8. An item is regularly priced at $65. Alan bought it on sale for 15% off the regular price. Use a calculator to find how much Alan paid. Okay, so if he bought it on sale for 15% off and 100% is the whole, what percentage of the original price did he pay? Okay, so 65% was the original price. 15% off is the same as 85% of or times. So we're going to take 85% times 65. Now they told us to use a calculator. I'm just going to go ahead and do this by hand. Okay, so 0.85 is the same thing as 85% times 65. 5 times 5 is 25. 8 times 5 is 40, plus 2 is 42. 5 times 6 is 30, carry the 3. 8 times 6 is 48, plus 3 is 51. And I have a 5, and a 2, and a 5, and a 5, and 2 decimal places. So, started out at 65, but I end up paying $55.25 for that item. Suppose, this is number 9, suppose that an individual has a body fat percentage of 13.1% and weighs 166 pounds. How many pounds of her weight is made up of fat? Round your answer to the nearest tenth. Okay, so body fat percentage means that 13.1% of all of her weight is fat, and she weighs 166 pounds. Okay, so how many pounds of her weight is made up of fat? So we're just going to multiply 13.1% times 166 and then round to the nearest tenth. So here's our work here. And remember that 13.1% is 0.131 times 166. And when I multiply, I'm going to get 1 times 6 is 6, 3 times 6 is 18, 1 times 6 plus 1 is 7, and then 1 times 6 again. Now, I just did 1 times 6, so I'm going to end up getting the whole thing again, 6, 8, 7, and then lastly, everything by 1, so that's going to be 131. I ran out of space, so let's add them together. 6, 8 plus 6 is 14. Carry the 1. 7 plus 8, 15, plus 1 is 16, 17, carry the 1, 7 plus 3 is 10, carry the 1, 11, and 2. Now I have 3 decimal places. So I start over here and I go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 21 of her 166 pounds. Now it says round to the nearest tenths place. So we're gonna, that one is less than 5, so we're gonna have 21.7 is the amount of weight of her 166 pounds that is fat. Okay? Okay, this is the last problem, question 10. This year, Nicole watched 60 movies. She thought that 21 of them were very good. Of the movies she watched, what percentage did she think were very good? Well, this is exactly like one we already did tonight. So we're going to have 60 movies altogether, and she thought that 21 were very good, and we need to turn this into a percent. Okay, so now on the last one, I think they had 50 movies. It was a little bit easier to turn it into a percent, but this is not difficult. Can we not put a 100 on the bottom and figure out what fraction would be the same as 21/60? So let's set up a proportion. 21 times 100 is 2100 equals 60x. Okay, so now we're going to divide to get our x by itself. Divide by 60 on both sides. And we get x, which is the top number of the fraction. X is, cancel out the zeros. And 21 and 6 both divide by 3. So let's go ahead. Divide this by 3 to get 7. Divide this by 3 to get 2. Okay, so it was the 21 made the 7, but we still had one more 0. So we ended up with 70 over 2, which is 35. 35 over 100 was the original. But remember, we're trying to write that as a percent. So 35 over 100 is 35%. And hopefully that was helpful for you to learn a little bit more about percents. Now you're going to do the homework that goes with that same video material. And on Wednesday, you will take a quiz on that same video material. So hopefully you will work hard on your homework. Remember, we have a final a week from Friday. So it's time to get caught up on things that have been missing and laying around. This is Mrs. A, and may God bless your day.